Hey, what's up, everybody? I am Bethany Evans. Thank you so much for checking out my YouTube channel. If you've been following me and seen my videos before, you know I haven't posted in a while and I don't post that often, but I'm trying something new. I felt inspired to start doing daily tarot readings. So they're not going to be very long, you know, maybe like 15, 20 minutes, possibly 30, depending on what is happening. But yeah, what was I going to say? So I feel like most of the time when I do readings for people, the questions are about love and relationships. Sorry, just making sure my cat got up there safely. Love and relationships. And so when I say that, it doesn't just have to be with another person. It can be with yourself. It can be with family. It can be with your children. It can be with your job, your passion, your projects. So yeah, that's my goal, is I'm going to be recording daily love and relationship readings here on YouTube. So thanks for joining. Got a couple cards already. Man. And if you don't already follow me on Instagram at Empowering Authenticity, I do post there weekly as well. Okay, so what do we have today? And then also just because, so today is June 30th. Tomorrow is July 1st. Can't believe we're in July already. What a year it has been too, so far. So no matter when you're watching this, if it resonates for you, take it then. Just because it's dated or was recorded on this date doesn't mean that it's only for this day. So time exists on like past, present, future exist all at once. So you can, you can change the way your view of how something looked like in the past for you. That's like how you heal. And you can also shape your future all in the present moment. So everything exists at once. And then we also have the ability to tap into that. That's what happens when we're being triggered, is we triggered into a past situation and we're actually experiencing that in the present moment. And sometimes people can pick up on things in the future, and it kind of allows us to then shape our choices to say, okay, do I like that? Or, is that what I want for my future? And if it's not, then you can change it. And that's how you kind of, direct your own life. Anyways, so what we have first for today, the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man is about deliberately seeing things from a different perspective. So taking a time out, a pause to do some self-reflection. But it is also about looking at the outside world in order to then look at what's happening for you. So, the Hermit, for example, is another card that's about self-reflection. It's about isolation, but it's generally going within for answers. This is about, being with yourself, looking within, but it's also about looking outside of you and then seeing how that's reflecting what's happening. But it's about non-action, it's basically just you're being and you're seeing what's happening on the outside and how is it affecting you, or, how you would like it to affect you and all of that. So then we have the Emperor. So the Emperor is he's a father archetype of the tarot, but he's very stoic. He's very grounded. He's built an empire. He's sure of himself. He's respected, and not from, shadow Emperor energy would be being respected because of fear. That's not the divine Emperor. I don't want to say light, but he would be respected because of what he's built, of how he treats people, because he has integrity, he's honest, he can create things in the physical world, and despite his very stoic demeanor, he is loving. And then we have the Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups is about crying over spilled milk, looking at the past, seeing what didn't work out. I mean, wasn't I just talking about that? I feel like that's kind of playing into it, why I kind of got into it. I was kind of why am I talking about that? So this is about looking at the past, things that you regret that happened, that didn't work out, that were kind of painful. And but the thing about it is, like, you're not recognizing the 2 cups behind you. That's the whole meaning of this card. So I feel like there's an opportunity for us at the moment to, I'm hearing father, like forgiveness. So there's a chance for forgiveness. We're seeing where maybe issues we've had with our father or father figures in our life, or just men in our life, are even like patriarchal, if we're talking like societal, stuff within the collective. Because it's always whatever's happening in like larger, like macro and micro. So whatever's happening on the larger scale is also happening within. So if you're recognizing the things within you, it's also happening on a larger scale in the world. And I feel like we see that with all of the stuff that's been happening this year with the pandemic, and then now the Black Lives Matter, and then just all of this stuff, and now the LBGQ, I think I said them all right, community, like all of that stuff. I feel like what's happening on a larger scale is a breaking down of the patriarchy and how we used to do things, and how we were generally driven by masculine energy, but it wasn't like a divine masculine energy. It was more like a toxic masculine energy, like that is coming from fear and not from love and looking at what's best for the whole. It's all about power and control. So that's happening on the outside. I feel like we're breaking systems down and realizing like where the core issues are, so that we can start to rebuild or try to continue to break things down. But what it's doing for us individually is allowing us to look at our past and see how maybe our male figures in our life have affected us and our relationships and who we are, and it's time for us to be able to forgive that, and also to change the past too. Like what I was saying is, how you can heal is by diving into those triggers that when they show up, and thinking like, and questioning them, and sitting with them and being with them and saying like, where did this come from? Oh, well, why am I feeling this way? Okay, so can I see it a different way now? And then in being able to see it from a different perspective, from a more enlightened perspective, where you are right now, you're able to mature and evolve and grow, and you're actually able to change how you feel about the past. So I feel like that there's an opportunity there. And so it could be, like father, but it could also be maybe relationships. What am I saying? Because it's about love, right? And so is it also maybe past relationships you've had, marriages, or like the father. If you have children, it's the father of your child. Because again, I said this is the father, and then hey, look who popped out is the Empress. So that's the counterpart, and she's the mother archetype. So lots of major arcana here. So Aries Emperor also represents Aries. So once I start channeling, like I sometimes can't keep up with the messages that want to come out. So that could be Aries energy. Let's see. So yeah, and then the moon is Cancer energy, but it is also, right, Cancer? I think, wait. I gotta double check. It's either Cancer or Pisces, but I think it's Cancer. The moon is about our intuition. It's about our feminine. It's about our shadow side. What's lurking in the shadows, basically, is what I'm hearing. And then we have Justice, that is Libra energy. But it is about karmic balance and justice, the balancing of the scales. Libras are also a lot about love and harmony and keeping that balance when it comes to relationships. And then popped out together are the Knight of Cups and the Empress. So the Knight of Cups is about like an offering of love, and is being offered to the Empress. So I feel like if you're attempting to bring a love relationship into your life, there's the need for diving into your shadows, your moon, like accessing that. And it's playing off of the first 3 cards that came out, which are like stemming from past relationships or past well, obviously it's all past relationship, but like either father or spouse or boyfriend, patriarchy, like anyone, you know, I don't know, any type of relationship that affected you significantly in your life, that was traumatic or caused you to be conditioned or that kind of thing. It's getting you to look at where you're still holding on to that pain, and that's kind of keeping this relationship from you. So it's asking you to dive deep into your shadow and, you know, basically find that balance, that harmony within yourselves, because you're not going to be able to actually find your counterpart, who, because it's like it's waiting for you. I like, it was underneath this too. So like when they popped out, it was like she was there and then he was there, and I feel like it's just waiting. And it doesn't even, and maybe even if it's not a relationship, maybe you're not ready for one, could be you. It could represent you and your relationship to yourself, like you not giving yourself the love and the you know, are you taking action in showing yourself the love that you would want a partner to provide for you or to show you, because that's how the law of attraction works. So are you treating yourself the way that you would like to be treated by your partner? Be your own spouse, be your own love of your life first, and then you won't be lacking, or it won't be coming from a place of trying to get someone to fill something within you, and then before you know it, it'll be there. You know, you won't even have to try. So we have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is about balance and juggling. Again, more balance. It's on top of the Justice card. So I feel like this may be how you feel when you're attempting to dive into your shadows and release all of these old beliefs that don't belong, that you don't want anymore about love and relationships, and forgiving and healing the past. That's how it's going to feel. It's like kind of you're going to be off balance, or you're going to be trying to keep balance in your physical life, because of this work that you're doing. The Tower. So the Tower is about breaking down foundations that no longer serve. And it can happen all at once. It can be about divorce. You know, that could, like if we're talking relationships, divorce, or someone leaving you, you losing a job. Let me see. What else? One more card to get what this Tower is about. You know, because it's about a sudden thing. So, okay, so to me, it feels more internal, because we have the Queen of Cups. So it doesn't necessarily mean that something on the outside is going to be happening. It's more internal. So I feel like once you achieve that mastery over balancing what's happening within you, when it comes to, you know, you're not giving in to your old stories anymore, you're actually making progress. It's just going to happen so quickly that all of a sudden, boom, you're going to be just completely balanced, open, when it comes to emotionally. And that's when the Knight of Cups comes in. So, or the offer of love, like you're just all of a sudden you're gonna be like, wow, I really do love myself. Wow. You know, and making all these realizations, like I'm actually, like, I see myself in such a completely different light now. And what I'm getting is it's just going to happen spontaneously. Well, it's going to seem spontaneous, but it's not actually, because you've been doing the work. So it's not going to be spontaneous. It's going to happen. And you're just going to, like, this is how things usually shift, is we do the work, we're looking for the progress, the results. And then all of a sudden we're in that new energy. And then we're like, oh shit, how did I get here? And that's how it's going to feel. And you're just going to be completely balanced emotionally and ready to receive that love, because you've been giving it to yourself this whole time. That's beautiful. So let's see. Let's maybe ask, like, what's coming in? Like, what can we expect to be coming in? Oh, wow. Look at that. The 10 of fucking Cups and death. So death is about transformation. It's about death and rebirth. So it's actually a really positive card. You know, again, it's asking you to shift your focus on how you see transformation and shadows and death, you know, like, because we have the moon, and I feel like it's corresponding with the moon of diving into your shadows. It's like, just fucking surrender and dive deep into your shit and allow yourself to be transformed. Completely break down all of those barriers that you have to love. And what's after that is the 10 of Cups. This is the happiest card in the deck. It's about having everything in your, like, all of your emotional fulfillment, relationship, you know, family, house, career, all of that, everything that makes you feel emotionally fulfilled is available to you. Okay, they're saying that that's done. So I want to do my Keepers of the Light oracle. Okay, we have 2 already. El Moria, Awakening Presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. And Green Terra, Supreme Protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation and trust. So yeah, I think this is like, well, so what I get from these 2 together is that, like, so these forces, these spirits, guides, gods, goddesses, whatever, angels, whoever you yourself resonate with, my goodness, or call upon, it's saying that this assistance is available to you, but you have to also ask for it. That's what I feel like this card represents, because it says wear a cloak of protection and love, like ask to be protected. And then whether that's someone specific or you're asking to be shown like who can support you in your being protected while you're breaking down these barriers. And because what you're doing is you're going to be breaking yourself open emotionally, so that you can be susceptible to lots of different energies then. So what you want to do is ask to be protected during that time. I'm being told I want to read from the Green Terra. She's so beautiful. Look at that. All those colors. I love the green. Okay. Oh, wrong way. All right. You are safe. Protection is all around you. The worst is behind you, and you are ready to move beyond the challenges that were set out for you. Cords are being cut between you and your past so that you can feel energetically clear and aware. Don't worry about recalling fearful experiences. They aren't going to be recreated now. So when I had pulled the tower, I got this energy of like, oh God, something's going to happen. And that's usually the oh my God, what's the word I'm looking for? The reaction that people get. I can't even think or talk sometimes when I'm like this. That when they see this card, because they're like, oh, something's going to happen, you know, like suddenly, and it's going to be unexpected, like, you know, someone's going to die or someone's going to, you know, that kind of thing. And so I feel like it's trying to like ease your, and like when I said it feels more internal, and it was like I felt like I needed to ease your worry there, whoever's listening to this. So I feel like that is a really strong message. You don't need to fear the past repeating itself. I think that also comes from looking at past experiences, especially when you're wanting to call in new love, and you're like, I don't want the same things to happen over and over again. I don't want to be hurt again. I don't want to have the same, you know, maybe you've been getting the same type of person coming into your life and you're like, I feel like I've learned this lesson. I don't need this anymore. I feel like this is like giving you some clarity to know that you are protected and it's not going to be recreated. So it says, just acknowledge them and leave them behind so you can step into a space of spiritual and personal freedom. Green Terra has placed a force field of complete love and acceptance around you. She is here to tell you that you no longer need to build up walls around your heart, and it's safe to trust what you feel and who is in your life today. So if you just met somebody, or you know, you have new connections in your life, I feel like that's also attempting to tell you that everyone around you is on your team, like you're okay, physically and spiritually. So let's see, I'm gonna do my Moonology cards. What message do we have about love and relationships? What guidance does the moon have for us? I pulled this one the other day for myself. Work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. So we did just have a new moon. It was a new moon in Cancer, though. Let's read this one. This card suggests a rebirth. Haha, death, rebirth. Think of your situation as the phoenix that's rising from the ashes, as the birth, death, rebirth paradigm. That's what Scorpio energy is all about. Whatever you've been through, there's a new start ahead. It might be a little dark. It almost certainly won't be rainbows and unicorns, but it will be deep and transforming. This card also suggests that if you know you are magical, then this is the time to work your magic. It can also herald the start of a sexier time. If you've been experiencing something of a drought, and emotional intimacy is also on the menu. Scorpio is a sign that likes to go deep into body, mind, and spirit. So when this card comes up, there's nothing superficial about what's coming your way. I mean, it says attune to the moon, have some sexy time. So if you've been calling in a relationship or you're just starting to talk to somebody, I feel like that's a good sign. Have your sexy time. So yeah, let's see. Let's do my goddess cards. Choose which goddess can we call upon to support us in working through our fears around relationships and love. Yamana, golden opportunity. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. Yes, yes. You know, I was drawn to the dolphin in the water, and she's like, looks like she's part fish, mermaid. So a lot of water, and again, Scorpio is a water sign. You know, the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Moon, which, you know, represents water. I'm trying to see if we had any more cups. Yeah, the Five of Cups. A lot of, we're really learning how to heal and be in our emotions, feel our emotions deeply and fully. That's what water represents, is our emotions. And dolphins represent, they are like a twin flame, I believe, marker, a dolphin. And a twin flame is your energetic match. So a soulmate is a little bit different in that, you know, soulmates generally have like, you're very deeply connected. You have wonderful relationships. You learn a lot from them. You generally have longer relationships with soulmates. I mean, not necessarily, but I feel like for the most part, twin flames are different in that you only have one like energetic match, like that's like so closely you. Like it used to be said that it was two souls split in half, but that's not true because we're all whole. But I don't believe in that. But what I believe is it's someone who's like your energetic match or your opposite, you know, your mirror basically. So dolphin, and it's funny because I got a sticker yesterday with something that I ordered. I ordered some masks, and the sticker was a shape of a dolphin, and I was just kind of curious. I was like, oh, that's interesting, because the name of the company is Lotus and Luna, I think, and I was just interested and saw that it was a dolphin. That was just, yeah. I wonder if I have a dolphin card in my spirit animal. If I do, I'm going to post it on Instagram with one of the cards today for my Tarot Tuesday post. So again, follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. I'm going to read this. But yeah, so if you resonate with the twin flame journey, this could be a message for you. It could be a good omen saying that, you know, you're pretty far along in your journey in terms of like, also, you know what I'm noticing is like, you see how she's kind of just like bathing and enjoying and being in her own presence, and this dolphin's coming up behind her. I feel like it's this you know, offer of love, this Knight of Cups is kind of going to come out of nowhere, and it's going to be your person. And yeah, it's going to take you by surprise. But the only reason it's happening is because you're allowing yourself to be in this fucking beautiful energy. This Queen of Cups, Empress, this energy, all just, you know, enjoying yourself, loving yourself, like I had said in the beginning. Okay, so Yamanya, like the ocean, life moves in waves and tides. Timing is everything. So when an opportunity presents itself, you must dive in at that moment. Everything that you've done to prepare yourself will accompany you. Yet, if you hesitate or procrastinate, another opportunity will surely come along, just as the tides wash in and out continuously. Like the ocean, life is rich with variety and beauty. Enjoy experiencing its various rhythms and allow all doubts to be washed away. So don't hesitate, is what I'm being called. Get ready for a big and happy change and celebrate your success. So it doesn't even necessarily have to mean a love relationship, but I feel like that is really strong. It could also represent career. Like I said, maybe you're waiting for something to happen in your career and that's what you're focusing on. I feel like all of these are really positive something's coming in. I can feel it, and it's right around the corner. So these are my, what are they called? Where's my box? Where's the box? Oh, Money and the Law of Attraction by Esther and Jerry Hicks, or Abraham Hicks, if you know them by that. So let's see what we can focus on. I can set my own standards for financial well-being. I brought these out because I do feel like love and money are closely tied. So let's see what it says. Once you're able to achieve and consistently maintain your personal alignment, a great deal of money will flow into your experience, if that is your desire. So I feel like this is all wrapped up into these messages. So that's what is happening, whether you're calling in love, money, or both. Is your personal alignment is what you're learning how to do, and that comes from balancing our emotions. So it says, do not let others set the standards about how much money you should have, or about how you should do, or about what you should do with it. For you are the only one who could ever accurately define that. Come into alignment with who you really are, and allow those things to flow into your experience that life has helped you know that you want. So yeah, it's connect with the ocean. I'm feeling, a lot of like watery ocean, we have the dolphin and Yamanya, so many cups here. I'm really feeling, and I believe we're in Cancer, which is a water sign. Cancer is the crab. So what was I going to say? You're really just learning how to sit and be with yourself and figure out who you really are, what makes you tick, what makes you feel good, what makes you feel bad, and learning how to balance all that, and really just loving yourself for who you are and the things you do, even if you make a mistake or what is a perceived mistake. I feel like there's just a strong message of you're doing everything to the best of your ability, and everything's perfect, and everything is like there's going to be opportunities coming to you, and not to doubt that anymore. So I'm going to leave it at that. That was a beautiful reading. I'll be back tomorrow with another one, and probably not until the evening, but that's okay. So I'm sending you guys so much love. If you'd like your own personal reading with me, you can find the information below. You can visit my website and you see my different offerings there. I also do coaching, and let me know how this resonated for you. If it did, I really would love to hear from you guys, and share and like and subscribe if you did enjoy it. Okay, see you later. Bye.